Yeah, looks like it. The car is coming. Ziet er al meer uit.
De helft is al gezien.
Ja.
Always. So at least we have live feed.
Van achteren.
Det er ut voldsomt allerede. Sara, det var vel som forventet. Det blir en halvtime først med melkesyre, før det blir 5 runder til med ordentlig mye melkesyre her.
Ja, precis, det blir ju det. Och de har startat på en gång och kört hårt. Speciellt de norska tjejerna körde i början där och nu så har även stjärnorna börjat köra hårt. Nu är ju Shelly Old slåss som är Cipolinis allra bästa cyklist skulle jag säga.
Ja, det er ikke noe tvil om det. Shelly Old som er begynt å bli en veteran, i hvert fall blitt voksen og har fått en bra luke her. Altså, hun var 6. kvinne i VM-fellestarten blant annet i fjor og har seier i år. White Spot var et ritt hun vant og har jo akkurat kommet over til alle Cipollini-laget fra Bigla-laget. Det gjorde hun i slutten av juni. Nærmere 20 minutter igjen altså, før vi skal begynne å telle de 5 siste rundene ned. Men det kan være litt kritisk for de som blir liggende langt bak Sara. Blir man tatt igjen med en runde her i den korte 1100-meteren, så er det ut av rittet. Så det gjelder å bli sittende i feltet i hvert fall.
Ja, precis. Och det ser ut som att jag har nästan stoppat upp lite där bak för Bullman ligger där bak och har ända fram som de är rätt nöjda med ser det ut som.
Ja, de har en luke, eller Shelly Olds en luke på en 6-7 sekunder tilbake til.
Oh yeah, okay. Can you open the window? Yeah, exactly.
Av disse jentene, humperorister på brosteinen, og vi har vært ute i 11-10 snart.
Da kjørte jo kvinnene sitt La Course.
Ja,
Hun
slåss om alla segrar.
jeg tror Voss har møtt litt veggen.
Ja, hon har gjort det.
Tar et hvileår, kommer sikkert sterkt tilbake Marianne som var med her i fjor og satt sitt preg på det. Da kjørte hun i denne VM-trøya. Emma Johansson fra Sverige kjører meget bra. Hun er jo, vi sier hun er halvnorsk, Sara, for hun er jo gift med Martin Vestby, så hun bor og trener en del både i Belgia og Norge og Sverige.
Ja, precis.
Så vi heier på Emma og vi. Har vi i hvert fall de i jakten på Shelly Old som har tatt teten her sånn i dette 350 kriteriumsrittet. Mora action og melkesyre. Er brostein en del av løypa også. Ganske krevende. Det er slagt imot på oppløpet. Nå er det Van de Breggen selv som er med framme her.
Emilie.
Van de Breggen bremser her, veldig effektivt, og da det flere som får kontakt. Van de Breggen has put the brakes on now, and the gap is growing to the leaders. Shelly Old followed by 3 riders. And they are together, we have 4 riders in the front now. Emma Johansson is closing the gap. Emma Johansson tar dette og kjører inn Shelly Olds. Og da får vi se hvem som skal spurte da. Det Emma Johansson leder spurtkonkurransen med 5 poeng. Men det er veldig jevnt så langt. Idet de kommer opp. Sara Møstonen jager, men har fortsatt ikke kontakt. Nå skal det spurtes igjen altså for de 4 i teten. The quartet sprinting for another 3, 2 and 1 point. Chased now by Mustonen, 2:27 for the Swedish national team. Johansson leading out the leading group, followed by Shelly Old.
Welcome to the live stream of the 350 Criterium for the Ladies Tour of Norway.
Little later than normal. We had some difficulties, some technical difficulties, but we have commentating sound now. My name is Niels Goudriaan. Next to me is a former pro rider, Loes Gunnewijk. She will help me give me the comments on everything that is good for the riders. Loes, welcome.
Hello, Niels. Yeah, it's already an exciting race, and the speed is such high, and I'm enjoying it here. So it's good. We have a good spot here on the finish line, and a lot of spectators here, and yeah, it's gonna be a real race, a tough one.
It is called the 350 race because Halden, that's the little city of the southeast of Norway, close to the border of Sweden, that actually exists 350 years. So there's a lot of parties going on, there are a lot of activities, and of course this criterium. What is so special about a criterium?
It has a little bit for everything. It's also really nice for the spectators to see because this lap is just 1,200 meters long. It's fast. They're coming a lot of times. The speed is high. As for a rider, it's just now 30 minutes and 5 laps. So it's short, but it's really painful, especially with this speed. You can already see it from the start. It's nice also for the riders to ride here. It's a nice warming up for the rest of the weekend, and with a lot of spectators, you do always a little bit more.
Yeah, but if you look at the circuit, it's only really short. It's 1.2 kilometers long, and it's a lot of turning, a lot of corners, actually a lot of left-hand turns. Is there anything special on a left-hand turn in really narrow streets?
Yeah, especially because it's short, you have to take the corner fast, and you can make a difference there. And that's nice about a criterium. When you have corners, it's easier to break away than when you have the long roads. And with this one, I think you also forgot to say it's also a little bit uphill. It's not much, but because it's so short, you can feel it in the legs, and we will see it later also in the final that people who are really fit and save some power for the legs, they can use it in the final.
Well, as you said, the speed is incredible. If we look at the screen right now, there are 4 riders away from the peloton. The peloton is about 20 seconds behind. Who is in that breakaway group?
There is my old teammate Emma Johansson. She is there, but it all started with Shelley Olds, an American rider. She started the break. She was first solo, and the other 3 just came after a few laps. They joined her. And it's the Polish girl from Bulls, Pawlowska. She's in the break, and the Dutch one, Korefa.
And the speed is incredible. As we said, the peloton is about 20-25 seconds behind. Shelley Olds was actually the first one who was trying to break away. She actually got away. She got about 100 meters from the peloton. Then the 3 other girls said, okay, this is enough. She might be in the breakaway that actually reaches all the way to the finish, and it is going really fast because there's a lot of girls who are already taken out of the race.
Yeah, if you're starting from the back and the speed is from the start really high, you can close one gap, but doing it for the second time, it's really tough, and the speed is so incredible high, and it's also it's a special discipline with all the corners. If you can go really fast into the corners, you can make a difference, but if you're not that good in the corners, you will lose every corner a few seconds, and it's so hard to get that back.
And also, it is sunny. It is Norway, but it's finally sunny. There haven't been 2 or 3 consecutive days of sunshine, and now this day is 28 degrees. Maybe it's a little less now, 27 degrees. I have to look at my thermometer. But I see a lot of sun. I see a lot of shade. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage for you as a rider?
Sorry, I was just disrupted. They're just passing a few riders, so they had to stop the race now, or those dropped riders. It's You have really riders for really warm and hot weather, yeah, and you have also really the rain riders who love to ride in the rain or don't mind to ride in the rain, and some people are more scared. So yeah, when it's sunny and this is nice temperature to do a race, you know, everybody can do it, and yeah, it's good.
So the pack is about 100 riders big right now. There are a couple of seconds, and they're losing some seconds to the breakaway. What is the moment that the riders are taking out of the race?
When the bunch is coming really close to lap them, so when the bunch is taking a lap on those riders, they have to stop the race, unfortunately for them. But it's the safety for everybody and also for the organization to have a good overview. It's better.
So in the end, how many riders do you think will actually finish this criterium?
Yeah, I'm just wondering because now we have the break of 4 and they are working really well together. But from the main and the big teams, Bigla is not in and Hightech is not in. So they have to work in the bunch. And yeah, I'm just curious what they're going to do, if they will jump and hopefully bridge over. And yeah, if they do that and the speed keeps also high in the bunch, yeah, they will eliminate a lot of riders, and I think maybe half of the bunch will finish.
Unfortunately, we don't have any graphics on how many laps do we have or how many seconds we have, so we have to rely on our own watches here. So, you know, my big apologies for that. But we are here in the city of Halden in Norway, and there are a lot of spectators. I expected actually not so many people here, and if I look alongside the track, there are a lot of people everywhere. That is actually kind of special for riding a criterium here. I know in Australia there's a lot of people down here, but here it's really special. We also have a big screen, so everything that is live here on this live stream is also live here in Halden itself, so people here can actually see the race. How important you think that is for an organization?
Yeah, it is really important to have the spectators here to see it on TV, and everybody can enjoy the racing. And I think it's also you can see it all just in general. The women's racing, we get more television time, and everybody wants to see it. And yeah, I think this organization does it really perfect. Why do it on TV, on the Norwegian TV? So yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah, on TV2 of Norwegian television, there will be live footage as well. Also during the Arctic Race of Norway from the men, there are some seconds, actually minutes, I think it's minutes, that they show this race live. Also for tomorrow and for Sunday, we have the 2 stages of the Ladies Tour of Norway. And so that's really good for women's cycling. So who are we watching now?
Yeah, the break of 4 is working really well together. It's Janne Koreva, a really young rider who just signed or get a contract with Rabobank. The Polish girl from Bulls Dolmans, she's Pawlowska. And the American rider from Cipollini, she's Shelley Olds. And the Swedish.
They have a left turn here at the cinema, and then they come up for the last straight. How many rounds do we still have to go?
Yeah, we still have 6 minutes till we have the 30 minutes, and then we do 5 laps extra. So we're getting more closer to the final, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting how the tactics will be also in a group of 4. Are they going to work the whole time together because the break is really well, or are we going to see a lot of attacks and a lot of fights? It would be awesome.
It would exactly be awesome. As you said, like 4 minutes to go, and then 5 more laps. The nervousness in the peloton is actually pretty high right now because they need to get back. Will they actually make a chance to be on the podium? 4 more minutes to the last 5 rounds. What does that do to you when you're in the bunch.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, I think, for the bunch because the gap is pretty big, and I'm not sure if they will make it. So then it's gonna be tough to do that. So maybe they're already thinking about tomorrow, but it's gonna be more interesting now. Is Emma going to the sprint with Shelley Olds? Shelley is really fast. Will Emma wait till the sprint, or will she attack earlier? Or like Shanna Korevaar, is she going to do something? I'm not sure how her sprint is. So and also with Polowska, is she, doing the sprint, or are we going to attack, or are they going to work together with a double, or all kind of tactics are possible.
And it looks actually like the breakaway is actually slowing down a little bit, maybe for the final. I also see Anna van der Breggen on the front in the pack. What is the tactic there?
Well, I think she will jump with if somebody from the team High Tech or from Bigla will jump. She will follow and get maybe a free ride more to the front. But because she has a teammate here, so she doesn't have to work here and can just be in the second wheel when there are attacks, and it's gonna be interesting. And the gap looks pretty big. I think in the break they take a little bit of breath and think about the tactics for the final. 5 laps almost to come.
And as you can see right now, there are some attacks from the bunch. I see Bigla on top, across the finish line. The bunch of 4 riders are already past about 30 seconds before, so they really have to make a big effort to get back to them. Hopefully they can make it or not, and then the 4 riders will actually fight for 1, 2 and 3. So one of the girls will actually have done all the efforts but will not be on the podium. That must have been really frustrating. Ever happened to you?
Oh yeah, more than enough times. But sometimes you take a risk or it's a gamble, and that's also I think one of the nicest part of racing. It's you go for the win, and sometimes you get the peloton or the break take you back with 1K to go, and then you put all the energy in. But on the other hand, sometimes you win, and that's really awesome to do, and it's special. And it's a little bit harder right now for us because we don't have any. It's coming back again, the TV. We just didn't have it, so But that's also racing, Just go for the win and see, and you can also be 4th. But that's one of the worst places, and sometimes 2nd also.
It also seems that the cameraman on the motorbike is really close to the 4 riders, or actually it looks like that from our position. We have passed the 30-second mark for the peloton and the breakaway. That means they will not be able to get back to these 4.
No, but with the little break of Anna van der Breggen and Valentine Scandolara from Rabobank and AES, they can put a little bit pressure on the other riders. But some riders joined them, so they are now a group of 6. But it's gonna be the 4 can go for the win, and they're coming.
So they have a 42-second lead over the first 4 riders, and they will probably not be able to catch them. Although you never ever happens what you never know what happens in a criterium, but it seems a very fast criterium. What do you think of the speeds will be?
I think it's around the 40 uphill, or it's still on the finish line. And I think in the down it will be, it's really fast. I think they can reach 50, 60 k's an hour. You take a little bit the speed back in the corners, but it's going to be a high average because it was really a fast race, and you can see it also with the riders. They're suffering.
Yeah, they're suffering, but they also have tomorrow and Sunday. They have another race coming up. Do you feel that in your legs?
Sometimes a little bit, but it's also like it's kind of a good warming up for the racing, and it's already to say to your body like, hey, you're racing, you have to give everything.
Well, the four riders in the front actually gaining seconds. The last round it was a 48-second lead. Now they already have a 59-second lead. So it seems that these four riders will actually go for the win. Let's check on how many laps they still have to do. It seems that they are not speeding up anymore in the front. The four riders actually maybe recover a little bit. I don't know if you can call this a recovery, but it starts. The final actually starts in a couple of rounds. I think 2 or 3 laps to go in this criterium here in Halden. And now we heard the bell for the last lap. My apologies for before. It's actually the last lap. And now the final starts. Now the tactics will start. What will happen now in the last round, Loes?
I think it's really important to go in a good position in the last corner because it's not that far anymore till the finish line. So you have to be the first or the second one. Probably I think the first to hit the corner. So that's gonna be the fight. Who will hit the last corner as first, and then maybe take a little bit of risk, but go full gas.
And full gas, they will actually go to 1 kilometer to go because it's the last round. I hope the cameraman will actually show him some action for the last four riders. The last four riders, this is the bunch. They will finish right now because they probably get taken out of the race. No, they're not going to taken out of the race. But this is the bunch finishing. And then we will wait for the four riders to cross the finish line. Who will win this criterium? Who will win this 350 criterium here in Halden in Norway? A little drink, and then about 500 meters to go. And we just heard the bell where we're not sure if this is actually the last round. As you know, our information right now is not very good. So we are actually waiting to see how many laps we still have to do, but because this doesn't seem like the last lap. So this is the last sprint, and these were on the even lap, so that means we have 2 more laps to go. So my apologies for the four. This was not the last lap. It happens if you don't have any information. The last 2 laps of this criterium, last couple of minutes to actually take some drink. You don't need any food. No. Otherwise, if you need food, you're probably not good enough. So again, what will happen in these last 2 laps? Who will actually take the lead? And there's an attack. There was actually, it looked like Emma was going to attack, but she will stay in the fourth wheel behind Shelley Olds. It looks like the tension here with the crowd is also pretty high.
Yeah, everybody's getting excited. It's gonna be now. It's also, I like this game. It's like what I'm going to do, you know, that's kind of things you're thinking. And Emma's going fast into the corners. Oh, and she has a little gap. She's going full gas now in the corner, and maybe she will do it also full gas on the finish line and try to make a big gap. Shelley Olds is in last position. She is hoping that Janine Koreva is closing the gap and make benefits of her. But Emma is really giving everything. Polovska is coming now. Shelley Olds is passing Koreva from Rabobank. And they're almost all together, so who's going to be the next one?
Exactly, who's going to be the next one? Who is the better sprinter of these 4? Is that Emma Johansson, is that Shelley Olds, is that Koreva, or is that Pavlovska? You never know. You have raced against all 4 of them, so who do you think is the best sprinter?
Yeah, I think on paper Shelley Olds has the fastest legs, but you know, it's sport, and on paper it doesn't say always that much. It's all about racing. Who has the fittest legs, or who is the fittest today? Who has the best legs? It's all kind of things all together. And when you're really good and believe in yourself, you can beat somebody who's maybe faster than you on the sprint. And also with the last corner, it's going to be interesting will be the first one in that corner.
And Vera Kudode of Birla does not want to give up. She is still in the head of the bunch. She is still believe in it. Maybe we can get back to the bunch. They have they're 1 minute behind of the four riders. The four riders who will go to the finish line. This seems like the last corner for the last lap. For the last 500 points, 5 points. And it looks like Emma Johansson is taking those points for Shelley Olds. And it's strange that we don't get any information from but the speed is not high right now. Is it actually recovery time right now?
It's not really. You cannot recover that much in after or in the race like this, but it's nice to have a little bit of breath and focus yourself on it and get a little bit out of your legs. But making your decisions, what's gonna be the tactics, and they're still riding, and the bunch is not coming closer that much, so it's gonna be one of those four for sure.
And this is the last lap. I just went outside to get some information, and it seems that this is the last lap. They get the bell now. The final lap in Halden here. And like you said, there is Shelley Olds, and she almost crashed there in a like a pothole. And it seems now that the speed is actually going up. And it seems like the speed is really, really crashing. Who is going to take this win? Who takes the first corner? Is it Shelley Olds or is it Emma? Is it Shelley Olds or is it Emma? Almost, it crashed almost, and it is Shelley. Shelley Olds wins this 350 criterium. Emma Johansson is second. And Korvar of Raboliv is third. Fourth. But Shelley Olds has won this 350 criterium in Holland. That is pretty special for a girl like Shelley.
As a sprinter, I think you get always a lot of pressure to go for the sprint, and then everybody thinks you will win. But yeah, she did it really good. She came in second in the corner, and then still beat Emma in the sprint. It was not that much difference in between. And as we look. The bunch is going to finish, and Valentina Scandelara is the first one in the corner, and she will win the bunch sprint before, I think, the Majeurs from Boels Dolman cycling team. So they become 5th and 6th. And yeah, it's really interesting, excited.
It is an interesting and exciting race, as you said before. What happens on lap number 4? The 4 riders, actually Shelley Olds was the one that got into the breakaway, and she was 1 or 2 laps she was alone, almost 2 laps she was alone, and then the other 3 riders they followed her, and these are the 4 that went to the finish line. And it looked like Emma Johansson was taking the lead, but she had to recover there. She almost crashed there, and that probably gave her that 20, I don't know how many centimeters, like 2-3 centimeters before her win. And let me see if we can listen to an interview with her. And let's see if we can listen to Shelly, what she has to say on her finish.
This tour, but there was some wonderful feedback last year from the race, so we are here this year, all Cipollini. So we are here to race hard, and it sounds like it's a really amazing race. And here you can see the spectators and everything. It's a wonderful for women cycling, so I'm glad to be a part of it.
Cheers and congrats.
Thank you.
Ja, ingen tvil om at Shelly Olds var meget godt fornøyd med hvordan dette løpet av gårde. Hun ville ha brudd, sa hun, og sånn ble det.
Ja, precis.
Og disse fire, når de ble sammen, så tror jeg Shelly Olds også skjønte at det er muligheten. For de var sterke, og de fikk en såpass stor luke at de holdt unna til slutt. Så ble det nesten for Emma.
Here at the Ladies Tour of Norway, we're looking at shots from the finish. We're actually now waiting for the award ceremony. And how many jerseys are there going to be presented to tonight?
There will be 5 jerseys. Of course, the purple one is for the winner, so Shelly Olds get the purple jersey from Uno X, sorry. And for the second one, so Emma Johansson will get the polka dot jersey presented by High Tech Products. And the third rider just can go to the podium. The best Norwegian rider will get the flag jersey. And the white jersey is, of course, for the best young rider. And I don't know yet who it will be, but Shelly, yeah, she did a really awesome race. She made the race, and she started her own break, get 3 people with it, and she won the race. And yeah, it's a good start for her tour or her weekend in Norway.
Absolutely, and we're looking right now, and we are looking at a black screen, and that is because we lost the live feed. But we're working on it as soon as possible. We get
some energy, and we will see her tomorrow, and then she will fly up all the mountains. And
yeah, that's what I said. Tomorrow she will be highly motivated to win one stage, or actually doing pretty good. As we see some footage right now, we're actually waiting for the award ceremony here in Halden in Norway. A lot of people here came to see this criterium. And
you get the wind in your hair from the riders because they're passing you so fast. It's also for really excited to see, and yeah, then you can feel it more when you be there.
Yeah, and then the other way around. What do you see as a rider when you see so many crowds and you hear so much noise? Does that help you? Does it distract you?
No, most of the times it just really helps you. It's nice to have a lot of spectators, and especially when they're clapping and making a lot of noise. And I always got a lot of goosebumps then, and especially when you also have friends and family standing on the course. You can always give some extra, and sometimes it's you can feel the pain in your legs, but then
one of the Ladies Tour of Norway is starting here is starting in Sweden, in Strömstad, and it will finish here in Halden. So we're actually going from Sweden to Norway, and that is actually pretty special to have a tour of Norway having in 2 countries. Do you think that it's good for the people here that you actually travel to 2 countries to see a race?
yeah, well, I know about my my old teammates from Orica IS. They really will enjoy it because for them it's really special, especially for the Australian riders. They live in Australia. For them it's really special to pass a border. Like in Holland, or I live pretty close to the border. It's easy. Or when I grew up, it's easy to go to Germany or to Belgium. And for them, it's not possible. Or you take an airplane and to go to another country. So for them to start in Sweden, also with a Swedish rider as a teammate, it's special. And yeah, I think sometimes the language is a little bit similar. and it's good for whole Europe to start.
And then if I look at the podium, we're waiting for the award ceremony. We're actually waiting for a lot of people to arrive at the podium because, well, first of all, that always looks nice. And the crowds here are so exciting and they want to see the riders on stage.
But it's, I think, also nice for her to be here in Norway with also her spectators and fans, and to speak your own language. It's always different than speaking English in a different country. And yeah, so she will enjoy it here, and especially with the whole crowd and everybody's happy. It's sunny. It's a good race. Tomorrow the stage race starts, and she knows she has good legs, so it will come.
Yeah, and tomorrow is 112 kilometers, and it's going to be a hard race as well because the pace is also going to be really fast from the start. It's never ever flat here in Norway.
No, that's something else than in Holland, where you have a lot of flat roads, but always a lot of concurrents are saying, yeah, but you have the wind, so that's totally different racing style. But tomorrow, yeah, it's gonna be the whole time rolling up and down, and yeah, then your positioning will be really important. Save energy when it's possible, and go full gas. And also, I think the local lab, it's technical. It's a tough one with some little climbs in it. And on paper, it doesn't look always that much, but after 100k done, and yeah, you will feel it. And it also makes a lot of opportunities. You can go there and make a gap and go for the win.
Yeah, and we're looking at footage of Emily Moberg from Norway, who is being interviewed right now. We're waiting for the awards ceremony for this 350 criterium. I see the people from the music coming over, and soon we will probably hear some music. So since we don't have footage from outside, I think the best, we have to open a window or door so you can actually hear it. But we will remain to give you some comments until the award ceremony. The best young rider is going to be presented, the purple jersey presented by Uno X, and that is the winner of the final classification. We have the green jersey, which is going to be presented by the Notterm, and that's the winner of the points classification. The polka dot jersey presented by High Tech Products, that is for the second rider in the final classification. We have a white jersey that is going to be presented by Berg Sparebank, and that is the best under 23 rider. And the flag jersey presented by Stonor, and that is the best Norwegian rider in the final classification. We're waiting for the award ceremony. Hopefully they will start soon. We're looking at some interviews of Emily Moberg, and that's actually behind the award ceremony. And she will be the best Norwegian rider, so she will get the flag jersey. And probably Janne Korefar will get the under 23 awards, so that means the white jersey.
Like Bigla, they have a few strong riders, also with Ashley Molman. She didn't race today, so we will see her first tomorrow. Of course, the local favorite is High Tech Products, with the Norwegian riders, with Emily Moberg and Cipollini, the Italian team, with Shelley Olds, of course, the winner of today. She will be also motivated for tomorrow. And then the nationals team from Sweden with Sara Mustonen and Emilia Falin. They will start tomorrow in Sweden, so it will be a special race for them. And yeah, it's you're always a little bit more motivated when it's close to your home or in your own country. So yeah, we will get a good show, and maybe somebody will stand up from the local teams or the club teams from Norway or Denmark. Yeah, it's gonna be excited. I'm already excited for tomorrow.
Well, actually, you saw that today also on the criterium in the bunch. The local riders they give their all, and they can see they're motivated to. Well, we need to get them back. We need to get them back, and they tried so hard. But you also see that the other riders are a little bit stronger than the local riders. But then again, they have to work really hard now to get that same level.
Yeah, it is, but it's also for them. It's really a great experience to ride here with the best riders of the world. Maybe we already have the new world champion here in the bunch, so you know, you have to take it also as a